Hi, this is Attorney Mike Garland coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today I've got a fun one. Judge Boyd is at it again. I really like her. I believe she has now qualified for a playlist. I don't know. If she has, there will be a Judge Boyd's Greatest Hits. If not, she will probably qualify for one soon. She's no nonsense. She's very nice, good judge in my estimation. But today she tries to take a plea from the restroom. Let's do it.
All right, are we ready on Ms. Zuniga?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe we're ready to go forward.
This one's fun. Watch the court reporter try to keep a straight face during this hearing.
All right, we're back on the record in 2000. All right, we're back on the record in cause number 2019 CR 4221. Ms. Zuniga, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 6 years in prison and up to a $1,000 fine? Did you understand? I cannot hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
We're asking that you deny the motion, continue her on probation, and run it concurrent with the plea agreement in 2022 CR 1449W, the one she's about to plea on.
All right, I have 2022 CR 3449W.
Okay, that's probably correct, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Zuniga, are you asking that the court follow that agreement?
Ms. Zuniga, yes, we are asking.
All right, can you?
Yes, please. Yes, yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement. And as previously stated, the court will deny the motion and run this concurrent with cause number 2022 CR 3449W. Next, we're going to proceed in cause number 2022 CR 3449W. Ms. Zuniga, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Ms. Zuniga?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you not able to find a place other than a commercial restroom?
Okay, no, I just came out of there. Sorry. Because I was in right here at my son's school for the pickup.
Okay.
Sorry.
So no, is there some other place other than a restroom? We don't want to hear toilets flush.
Oh, no. I mean, no, yeah, I already came out of there. It's just because I was in my son's school, like picking them up. So I'm not in the restroom.
So did you just leave the restroom?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review a document entitled Waiver of Indictment, Reading of Information and Rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
So you understand you have a right to have a grand jury hear the evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to indict. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
The court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review the document entitled Information with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, yes, I did. It's just, it was like, because, yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Zuniga?
Yes.
I don't understand if you're super distracted at what's going on. My questions that I'm asking are straightforward questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you not understand what's going on?
No, I do. It's just, it's like either like, I mean, it's like I've been in this system like several times, and like, I mean, there's times like I'm real, like if I know what I've done, like it's just like the scary part is when you hear
Let's do
like,
this,
oh,
Ms. Zuniga. Ms. Zuniga,
yes,
I
ma'am.
think it would make everything go smoother if you would stop using the word like.
Okay, okay.
So, do you understand what's going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you distracted?
No.
All right, so what I need you to do is I need you to answer my questions. My questions are pretty straightforward questions. Are you able
Okay.
to do that, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still at school?
I'm right here in the building because I pick up. Do you want me to step out the school?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay, I'm out the school.
All right, did you review a document with your attorney entitled information? And did you
Yes.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review a document with your attorney entitled Court's Admonishment and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a habitation by force? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I did.
Ms. Zuniga, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone offered you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the part of the document entitled plea bargain page?
I can't believe at this point she doesn't just close it down and say, you got to come in here live so we can do this.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. State recommends community supervision, and this will run concurrent with 2019 CR 4221. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be 120 hours of community service restitution, substance abuse treatment facility, no contact with John Henry Cavazos, Michael Martinez, and Elizabeth Martinez.
Excuse me, ma'am. On the substance abuse, if I did that with my probation on DWI, do I need to do that again?
Excuse me, Ms. Zuniga. I'm just
Yes.
going over things with you right
okay.
now. So again,
Okay.
if you will pay attention to the questions that I'm asking you. Did
Okay.
you understand that those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense is charged in the information. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest?
Ms. Zuniga, did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, back there, she did ask what I think is actually a reasonable question, but it makes her look horrible. She's saying that they're recommending that you have to do this this stuff, and she's like, and her her response is, well, if I already did it for my DUI, not this case, another case, do I have to do it again? And the judge is just like, let me get through it.
Again, as you understand, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, after reviewing, see, Ms. Zunica, you are not out of the restroom. You are still in the restroom.
I know.
We're
I
gonna
changed. I
finish
know.
this
I
now.
had to come back inside.
Yeah.
Please, oh Lord,
Flip the camera.
cut that camera, please, Mrs. Tang, because I don't know what's about to happen there.
All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't believe that she has a drug issue that would warrant inpatient. Plus, she has 3 minor children that she takes care of. She's with them now at the school picking them up.
So, was she taking care of those children and was she taking care of the children on December 19, 2021?
I believe that
They were with their dad.
Probably taking care of them, but I'm not sure.
So Ms. Zuniga, you only break into homes when your children are not with you?
I didn't break. No, I don't do that.
Oh, no, au contraire, mon frère. Because it says in the police report that you and this other party were seen on the Ring doorbell running from the home. And that means running from inside the home.
It showed him in the first video, ma'am, that he entered and he entered, and in the second video, that's when I noticed. I found out that he was in my neighbor's house, and that's when if you see me, I didn't come in to like when I went to go see where he was at, he was right there in my neighbor's house. But yes, I did
Victim
enter.
1 called the police again to advise her neighbor S1 and her boyfriend S2 were observed on victim 1's surveillance video inside victim's residence while victim was not at the location. So the surveillance video shows you inside the location.
And like he went in the first.
No,
5
you went
minutes.
in the house too, Miss Zuniga.
Yeah, I love that. She is just having none of it. She's like this in the other video I had on her too. She does not put up with this stuff at all. She went through the file. She knows she was there, and she's not even going to let her slide, even though she pled to it.
I went after, like a couple of minutes after, ma'am.
Where's her PlayStation? You know how expensive it is to get that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, and I do apologize. I did tell the DA where we were, everything where he told me where he sold it at, and I say I'm not one to do that.
Here's the thing: don't apologize to me. You didn't steal my PlayStation.
I apologize. No, I don't. I did apologize to her. I've been there for 4 years. Never once in my life I would do something like that. The fact that I crossed this individual and like he was on pills and all that, and he took over like my keys and everything was like
I had no. Ms. Zuniga, it says that this is your boyfriend. So how old are your children?
That's the whole problem there in a nutshell. I just did another video like this. All day long, they just don't take responsibility. This guy took over and made me do it. Nonsense. You chose him, and you were a willing participant the whole way. Just get over it.
They're 15 and one is 10 and 11.
So you're telling me some guy that you just ran across, you letting him be around your children?
I didn't even let him be around. Like I said, my kids were with their dad for the winter break.
So again, you decided to go steal items out of your neighbor's house.
I didn't steal no items, ma'am.
Do you want a jury trial?
No, I just want to
Victim allowed me to view her surveillance video. I observed S1 and S2 running inside victim's residence.
In my training, we're looking at the minutes where it showed him, and like 5 minutes he was doing everything, and then it just shows me on the second, like a couple of minutes later, that's when I came in and I told him like to get out. Like I kept telling him like get out. Like why was he in there? I go, but you don't see me with anything like in it.
Yeah, if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
They should be negative because I just did my UA with my probation officer this month.
You're going to do another UA.
Yes, I'm supposed to do a UA I'm supposed to have a probation visit on Friday.
No, you're going to do a UA tomorrow. So what are the results going to be from your UA tomorrow?
I'm sorry?
What are your UA results going to be from tomorrow?
They should be good, but on Friday, that's when I go with him. Is that fine?
No, you're not doing it on Friday. You're doing it.
I have classes.
You're doing a UA tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that's a hard no. And she asks you what your drug results are going to be, and you say, well, they should be. Well, we know what they should be. We didn't ask what they should be. She asked you what are they going to be.
We're going to sentence you to 4 years in prison, suspended and probated for 4 years, $1,000 fine probated. This is right concurrent with 2019 CR 4221. 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if she provides proof of the COVID vaccination. I'm not requiring anyone to get the COVID vaccination, but if she does, 40 of those hours will be waived. Parenting classes. Ms. Zuniga, I wish there was a class I could give mothers and fathers that was some kind of class, Ms. Zuniga, that was some kind of class to say, stop letting complete strangers around your children in your children's life. But I don't have that type of class. So parenting classes, if she completes parenting classes, Mr. Kimbrough, she won't have to do the remaining hours of community service.
Okay.
And excuse me, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm enrolled.
I'll speak to you after, Ms. Finnegan.
There's to be no contact with John Henry Cavazos. And Ms. Zuniga, if I could make it so that you're not involved with anyone until your children are of age and can take care of themselves, I would. But I don't have the ability to do that. So this other guy who was in the, who ran into the place, what's his name? That's the John Henry Cavazos?
Yes, ma'am. Like tomorrow I have that
just a
going
moment.
on.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person within 15 days.
Okay.
There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. And there's to be a UA tomorrow.
And ma'am, if I like that's the thing. Like I'm going for I have my parenting class scheduled tomorrow, and with also that being said, I also have my interview that they're giving me to do for my kids, and it's just like that's why I have everything scheduled on Friday with my CPS worker. With my probation officer. That's when I go. He scheduled me to do my UA, and I said, okay, that's fine, and so it could fit my schedule, and then I do my community like I'm trying to do everything I can in my classes.
Ms. Zuniga,
I'm already enrolled.
Ms. Zuniga, I'm concerned, and I think you need to do a UA tomorrow. If you're able to get one done today, then you can do it today. All right,
yeah,
so there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person.
Ms. Zuniga, she thinks you're on drugs because you're acting like you're on drugs.
If she's positive, then I'm going to want intensive outpatient treatment with probation and a referral to felony drug court. There'll be regular UAs, field visit 2 times per month, random. Ms. Zuniga, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, I understand it, but it's like me being negative.
Bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what the definition of a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Zuniga, we're off the record. I want to explain something to you. I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. And I've done CPS cases. Your attorney has done CPS cases. Let me tell you what I used to always see. What I would always see is you would have a female meet some guy who knows where, sometimes at a bar, sometimes at a bus stop, wherever. They would meet them on Friday, bring them to their house on Friday. They never leave. Next thing you know, they're babysitting the children. And then in the words of Seinfeld, yada, 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 either a child is raped or a child is killed. And mom is crying because she's let some complete stranger around her children. So in this situation, you have some random guy that you said you didn't know that well, breaking into a neighbor's house, stealing things, and now you have a burglary of a habitation. So you need to be very careful, one, who you allow around your children and who you allow around yourself. With that being said, I'm going to send you to a breakout room, and probation will go over conditions with you. Mr. Kimbrough, thank you for your patience. And you can either go to a breakout room with your client or you can be excused.
I'll go to the breakout room. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to send you all to number 11.
Hold on. Okay. So you're saying that I can't get my breathalyzer?
Ms. Zuniga, you need to go to breakout room number 11. Wow, schools look different than I last saw them. Brenna, do you remember schools looking this way? That can't be the principal's office. That's a terrifying scene. Although I love schools, so I apologize to all the principals out there. But that does not look like school grounds. And maybe one day she will go to the breakout room.
I think she logged off, Judge.
Well, we've done all we can do, Rebecca. If you would like to go to number 11, maybe her attorney can have her come back.
There you have it. Judge Boyd and her common sense, just not having any of this stuff. I'm surprised she actually didn't hold her in contempt. The only thing keeping this woman out of prison is they don't want to take her from her kids, but she is doing everything she can to make that happen. I have serious doubts that she passes that drug test, as does the judge, or she wouldn't be ordering it tomorrow when she already has one scheduled for Friday. But I understand completely why she's doing what she's doing. Here at Law Talk, we like to have fun with silly stuff that happens in court, and every once in a while, and completely by accident, I assure you, you might learn something. Thanks for watching.